The Don't Say Black Lives Matter bill. Have you heard of it? Also known as Amendment Bill 2223. Let's talk about it. Many of you guys know my stance on abortion, and it is pretty simple and straightforward. If two consenting adults, knowing the risks of adult relations, have a child, then both parties need to have equal say in what happens to that child. Too many times I've heard testimony of men who've gotten the shorter end of the stick when wanting to have a child. But let's push the conversation forward. What is AB 2223? This bill specifically pertains to children who are born and then pass away from various reasons, including stillbirth. Existing law states that should there be a death in the family of a newborn, the coroner must get involved, and then there are steps taken to decide whether or not it was an illegal abortion. Depending on what the coroner finds out, the mother can then be held accountable for that. Criminally accountable. This bill takes all that away. It eliminates the mother from being held civilly or criminally accountable from the death of her newborn child. And again, it's for any reason. Also, if the mother is assisted in this passing of the child, the person assisting cannot be held criminally accountable. Why, you ask? Essentially, women have the right to privacy of their reproductive decisions. As it is now, the state can't get involved in whether or not you want to have a child or not to have a child. Where the state does get involved is if the child passes away after being born by way of the coroner. This bill is literally taking the coroner out of the picture. And as long as the coroner doesn't get involved, the woman can pretty much get away scot-free from losing a child after it's being born. Again, for any reason. Some interesting things I found out reading this bill was that women are already facing this issue. If a child passes away after it's being born, the woman is sometimes held accountable for that and criminally accountable. Something that stood out to me here was the self-management of an abortion. Never heard of that before. Something else that stood out to me was the fact that prosecutors followed suit and prosecuted women for losing a child after birth in California, even though California doesn't have this as one of its laws. All this being said, how did we get here? If you ask the bill, it's black people, and black women to be specific. The Reproductive Justice is a framework created by black women in 1994 to address the multi-sectional and multi-factor issues that women of color and their families face in society. I'm simply curious of what those issues might be, so let's discuss.